At the start of the movie, a woman named Evelyn is seen doing some furniture work. She, along with her family, have recently shifted to a new home and are looking forward to starting a business there. She appears to be good at carpentry and gently places a few sculptures on the shelves she has built. After finishing up, Evelyn receives a text from her husband, Red, who tells her to come and pick up their son, Kane, from school. Here, we get to know that Red is working at the same school as a construction supervisor. Moments later, Evelyn arrives at the school and greets her husband. She then bumps into the principal, Mrs. Rully, and expresses her gratitude for letting her son study there. Mrs. Rully simply replies that it's her job to provide quality education and also reveals that Kane is having trouble adjusting to this new environment. She, nonetheless, is certain that the boy will eventually make friends and become more outgoing. After this, Evelyn approaches Kane, who is sitting alone in the school garden. She gives him a new toy to cheer him up, and the two head home. On the way, Evelyn asks her son how his day went, hoping for a positive answer. But Kane expresses his frustration at the school, revealing that he hates everything about it. The students are mean to him, and the teachers always berate him. He then mentions that he wants to change schools, but Evelyn asserts that it is not possible because it's the best school in town. She instead consoles her son, saying that he will eventually make new friends and become a good student. The next day at home, Evelyn is on a call with her mother when suddenly, the doorbell rings. She opens the door and finds her mute psychic friend, Uriah, outside. Evelyn quickly greets him and welcomes him inside her new house. Wasting no time, the psychic starts investigating the place and makes some strange comments. He then takes out some cards and begins predicting Evelyn's future. At first, he says that her husband will soon bring in a lot of money, which delights her. However, on picking another card, he predicts that trouble will soon befall on the family. As the duo is busy talking, Red arrives home with Kane. He informs Evelyn that Kane was involved in a fight at school, resulting in a 3-day suspension. He then talks to her privately and questions her methods of bringing a psychic at their house. However, Evelyn mentions that she simply wants Uriah to bless the house. After the conversation, Evelyn requests Uriah to come back next week for the blessing, which he obliges. Later at night, the concerned couple talk about their son's problems. Red mentions that the principal is growing tired of Kane's shenanigans, and if he doesn't stop, he will be expelled indefinitely. Following this, the duo enters Kane's room and informs him that he has been grounded for 2 weeks. During this time, he won't be able to watch TV or play games, and if he's caught fighting again at school, he will be grounded for an entire year. Hearing this, the boy becomes sad, but his expression quickly changes when Evelyn says that they will be going for a hike in the woods the next day. The next morning, an excited Kane gets dressed up early and wakes his parents. The three of them then head into the woods and enjoy a wonderful family time. As they go deeper, Red suddenly stops his wife and hands her an envelope which contains a URL for her new business venture. This makes Evelyn excited, and she thanks her husband for his kind gesture. Just then, the couple notices that their son has gone missing. Scared, they immediately start looking for him, and after a while, find him standing in front of a weird-looking door. The door is standing upright without any support and is tied with some chains and bolts. Kane is staring at it curiously, and it appears he's really drawn to that door. The parents, meanwhile, are confused as to how this door appeared in the middle of the woods, but despite the fact that it looks very suspicious, Evelyn suggests taking it home for renovation. Being a carpenter, she has a fascination for woodcraft and antiques, so she aims to restore or even redesign it for their house. Red is skeptical at first, as the door looks very shady and may contain insects, but when Evelyn keeps on insisting, he agrees. The couple then loads it into their truck and brings it back home. In the next scene, Evelyn wastes no time and starts refurbishing the door using all her skills. It takes 3 whole days, during which she sands, scrubs, and paints the door until it looks brand new. The couple was planning to buy a door for their closet anyway, so Red happily fixes it there. Later that night, the door slowly opens, implying that a mysterious energy has entered the house. The following morning, Evelyn finds some half-eaten food in the kitchen and assumes that Kane is responsible. But on being asked, the little kid denies it. After a while, Evelyn takes out a jacket from the closet and leaves for the market. She does her usual grocery shopping, but as she's returning home, something shocking happens. She finds several maggots inside the jacket's pocket, causing her to gasp in horror and immediately throw it away. Upon returning home, Evelyn shares the bizarre incident with Red and suspects that their son is responsible for it. Red believes the boy is just having some fun, but he assures her that he'll have a word with Kane. After this, Evelyn heads to the kitchen to get something, but there, she notices a girl standing. She panics and immediately turns on the lights, only to find that it's none other than her son. Kane informs her that he is having trouble sleeping, as every time he closes his eyes, he sees a monster chasing after him. However, his parents assure him that there's no such thing as monsters and put him to bed. Evelyn even sings him a lullaby until he finally falls asleep. As she leaves the room, a hand shockingly emerges from the closet and tries to grab Evelyn, but she abruptly closes the door. The next morning, Uriah arrives at the house and immediately senses something amiss. He informs Evelyn that an evil spirit has entered the house and that it has to be cleansed immediately. With this, he starts blessing the whole place with salt and smoke. When Uriah approaches the closet, he notices the red door and asks Evelyn where she got it from. She casually reveals that they found it in the woods and brought it home to restore it. Upon hearing this, a worried Uriah asserts that the door holds dark energy and it must be removed at once. As the two are busy cleansing the house, the lights suddenly begin to flicker on its own. This indicates that the evil has started to take control. A worried Uriah then departs, but not before warning Evelyn to be careful with the things she brings into the house. Later, on his wife's insistence, Red tries to remove the door, but the screws just won't come off. He thus assures Evelyn that he will get rid of the door during the weekend when he's free. The next day, Evelyn visits the town's library and asks the librarian about any strange occurrences in the town. The librarian reveals that there have been some unsolved mysteries which involve several missing children. Curious, Evelyn goes through the missing children article and discovers that the last case occurred 20 years ago. She also finds out that the last missing girl's name is Maggie Bradford and that the vanishing stopped after she went missing. Later that night, Evelyn informs her husband about her discovery, but Red dismisses her, claiming that there is nothing to worry about. He also believes that she is being influenced by the weird Uriah and tells her to find another hobby. The next morning, when the couple wakes up, they are shocked to find that the paint on the door has peeled off. Evelyn had just painted it a few days ago, yet it has disintegrated without any probable cause. This finally makes Red realize that there's something wrong with the door. Later, as Evelyn is alone at home, busy with her chores, a haunted girl freely roams the house. Evelyn doesn't notice her at first, but when the mysterious girl enters the closet, she goes to check the sound. She cautiously opens the door, only to find nothing inside. As Evelyn breathes a sigh of relief, she gets a message from Red, informing her to come to the school immediately. At school, the principal informs the couple that Kane was involved in yet another fight, and now she has no choice but to expel him. This leaves Evelyn distraught, and she's starting to realize that something is really wrong with Kane. At night, the concerned couple discusses their troubled son, and Red comes up with an idea to take Kane along with him to work, so that he can learn about teamwork and trust. As planned, the father-son duo departs for work the next morning, leaving Evelyn alone. As she is working, she comes across some of the news articles of the missing children. With renewed curiosity, she then decides to visit Mrs. Bradford, the mother of Maggie, who was the last child that went missing 20 years ago. The old woman is shocked when Evelyn tells her that she found the creepy door in the woods and brought it home. Mrs. Bradford claims that she has made a big mistake by bringing the door to her house. Meanwhile, Red finishes his work early and drops Kane home. Back at Mrs. Bradford's house, she starts revealing the story of the cursed door. Many years ago, her daughter used to visit an abandoned house, which many believed was cursed. Mrs. Bradford warned Maggie not to venture around that house, but the girl was strangely attracted to it and kept going. Then, one day, she disappeared without a sight. Since many other children had also vanished at the time, Mrs. Bradford decided to take matters into her own hands. she took several gallons of kerosene and burned the entire house in an attempt to stop the evil. However, the door refused to burn, so Mrs. Bradford buried it 8 feet under the ground. Even this time, the door resurfaced again and stood still as if it wanted something. With no options left, Mrs. Bradford wrapped the door in chains and left it to rot in the woods. Since then, no child has gone missing, but now, the evil has been let loose again. Just then, Evelyn receives a text from her husband, who informs her that he has just dropped Cain at the house. Frightened, she immediately dashes home, and Red also arrives at the same time. The couple then barges inside, but it's too late, as the evil has already taken their son. Soon after, the authorities arrive, but they can do nothing more than note down the details. In the next scene, a desperate Evelyn invites Uriah at the house, who mentions that they might still have a chance to get their son back. However, they must hurry, or else Cain will become a part of the underworld forever. He then instructs Red to take the door back to where it came from, so that they can perform a ritual and bargain with the spirit that has captured Cain. Desperate to get their son back, Red grabs a sledgehammer and finally takes it off. Later, the trio arrive at the exact spot where the door was found. Wasting no time, Uriah starts the ritual and tries to summon the spirit. After a while, he manages to contact the gatekeeper, Empusa, and requests that she grant a meeting with her master. At first, Empusa refuses, claiming that her master is busy with the children. However, when Uriah mentions that Cain's parents are willing to make a bargain, she agrees to the meeting. Just then, the entire place goes pitch dark, and when Urian lights a lantern, they see several ghost-like children standing right in front of them. Soon after, the children disappear, and the door opens. Although scared, Evelyn, Red, and Uriah step in through the doorway and come face to face with the evil spirit. With this, the negotiations begin. Evelyn and Red immediately offer themselves to the spirit, but the latter refuses, claiming that he only likes to capture children. He also says that he thrives off the fear of children, and that Cain is his favorite possession. Then, the devil asks the couple if they are willing to make others suffer to get their son back, to which they agree. With this, the devil whips out a contract with several terms and conditions. As soon as the couple signs it, Cain emerges from the underworld, and the family is finally reunited. However, Uriah warns the parents that they must fulfill their part of the deal, or else they will suffer the consequences. He also reveals that he will be fleeing the town, and that they should do the same. The next day, Evelyn and Cain pack their belongings and leave the place. Meanwhile, Red decides to stay for a few days, as he has some unfinished business. He then starts refurbishing the evil door and fixes it somewhere in the school. At last, he hands the key to Mrs. Rully before finally leaving. In this way, the door is placed in the school, where the demon can get his hands on several children. This is the bargain that Evelyn and Red had to make in exchange for their son.